but today we might play. We're gonna play some GTA.
This morning with a good deal of clouds, and it does look like a mostly cloudy day for us. Some breaks in the clouds though later on this afternoon. Temperature-wise, we're in the mid-70s. Now tomorrow we warm up closer to the 80-degree mark, and then the rest of the week is looking like high temperatures will be in the 80s, so very warm as we go through this upcoming week. And our greatest chance for rain at this point looks like the end of the week. No rain though, first alert operator, quiet conditions. Scattered clouds though across our satellite picture makes for a mostly cloudy start. And temperature-wise, we're in the upper 50s, low 60s currently. Pleasant start if you're walking out the door right now. We'll talk about the mid-70s this afternoon. We'll talk more about the shower and storm chance later this week and just how warm it will be as well. Coming up here in a bit. Kelly?
All right, thanks, Megan. Well, right now, parts of Southwest Virginia have declared a local state of emergency after significant rainfall and flooding overnight. Crews in Henry County responded to several incidents. Some residents had to be evacuated from their homes. The county is also reporting several water rescues for people trapped in their vehicles. Officials say a nearby river will continue to rise over the next several hours. A swift water rescue caught on fire in Southwest Virginia. 4 people and a dog were tubing on the flooded James River when they found themselves stranded among those trees. The swift water team was able to pull them to shore safely. Thankfully, no one was hurt. We want to start off our Memorial Day coverage by saying thank you as we recognize those who served and made the ultimate sacrifice for our safety and freedom. Happening this morning, a ceremony in their honor. Olivia Eugenio is live at the Virginia War Memorial where the ceremony is to take place and be observed from a distance, Olivia.
No, somebody probably deleted my stuff.
Right. Today's ceremony will recognize veterans
That's
from
me.
all the way
I'm
from
Killer
the
Cams.
Revolutionary War to now, but like everything
Killer
else,
Cam is my
this
sidekick.
some changes. Here's a look
But
at
he
last
doesn't
year's
kick people and
ceremony.
he's not
This
by
year's
my
ceremony,
side.
only those who are
There's
part of
Killer
the ceremony will
Cams.
be able
I mean, Killer
to attend.
Killer
The public
Cam.
is not allowed. Face masks must be worn by anyone attending, and social distancing rules are in effect. The ceremony will be streamed
The other
on
one,
the Virginia War
Trevor,
Memorial
is
and the Virginia
that's my
Veterans Facebook
girlfriend.
pages. While
Killer
the Education
Sarah.
Center and the pavilion are closed, the War Memorial
She
grounds
doesn't
will
kill
be open
anything.
during daylight hours.
I kill
for
candy
visitors, and the ceremony
and
is set to
food
begin at 10 o'clock this
and
morning
glass.
and will last until 10.
And there's Killer
At the War
Cash
Memorial, Olivia Eugenio,
/ Cash Out C.
Thank you, Olivia. Well, in
And
Henrico, the
Cordell.
Sandston
Hashtag
American
go
Legion
see his
Post
Instagram
242 will place
at
American
Cash Out
flags
C
on graves at 7
_.
National Cemetery today.
Point it at
The
the
post will
mama,
be
your
joined
daddy,
by local first responders, and the public is invited to help. It starts at 10 a.m. Now, on Thursday, there will be a Memorial Day ceremony at the cemetery at noon, followed by a parade from Seven Pines Elementary School to Confederate Avenue. That parade starts at 1 o'clock.
Your daddy,
The U.S. Air Force Band is offering a virtual tribute to fallen service members as well.
Y'all, you know how hard it is to poop in the poop, 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 to poop in the poop, 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 poop. I don't even know if I'm in the camera.
That's Technical Sergeant Jason Kobe playing taps on the bugle. He's standing in the Culpeper National Cemetery in Virginia. It was established in 1867 when the Civil War created a need to bury fallen soldiers in that area. The Air Force says the video is meant to emphasize how many military members have lost their lives over the years.
No, I'm
While we
gonna
honor
probably
those who made
die.
the ultimate sacrifice, today
Which
will look
that
a bit
wasn't
different
really
than previous
fly.
Memorial Days,
But
as health
really, I
officials
really
continue
might
to
die.
urge people to practice social distancing. Many Gaither reports.
It's a tradition that spanned 152 years, honoring those who died in service to this country. Coronavirus can't stop this day, but has changed it, especially in the nation's capital. The National Park Service's open-air memorials are open to visitors. Wreath-laying ceremonies are virtual to avoid attracting large crowds, like the ones seen at beaches over the weekend. Some heated warnings.
Here, more people just mark
tough to control until we get other things open or close things off.
Meanwhile, states
I'm
like
just
North
looking on my screen,
Carolina
to be
and
honest.
Arkansas
I mean,
see
at my
major
phone, to be
coronavirus
honest.
spikes. High numbers of new
Mm,
cases have
oh,
also
your daddy
emerged in
did
places
it.
like Maryland, Virginia, and in
I put myself
Illinois,
to
as
bed.
that state is heading toward another phase of reopening.
Just because we haven't felt the impact of the healthcare crisis yet doesn't mean that it's not on the other horizon. So please take this opportunity to protect yourselves and your families and all of us in our communities.
I'm Mandy Gaither reporting.
Well, some local churches opened their doors for the first time this past weekend in line with the governor's regulations within phase 1 of the reopening. Father Michael Reniger says while
Hey
the
guys,
number of people
free.
congregating was limited, it did feel good to be back in the house of worship this Sunday. It was a sentiment shared by members in the pews who haven't been able to attend a service since late March.
I was excited to get back inside the church because it's been about 2 months. And now that we'll start working our way back in, we're going to start having weekday masses again. So we'll go from there.
The turnout was wonderful. There was a great spirit as people were able to regather here at church. And one of the things that struck me was how patient people are being with the new processes that we have to follow to ensure everybody's safety and well-being. There was a sense of good cheer and patience as we adjusted to some of the new things that we're dealing with on a daily basis.
Now, other safety measures include a deep cleaning of the church once the service is over. Workers disinfected the pews and mopped floors promptly after that mass. And the Chesterfield Food Bank has remained busy during the pandemic. Volunteers have served hundreds of thousands of meals, and now a new distribution site has been added to the list, and it wouldn't be possible without help from the community.
We're simply honored any distribution centers in our area that are easily accessible to our families.
Is it fucking
So
Monday?
we reached out to the Chesterfield Food Bank. We know how much good work they do throughout the county, and they told us that they'd be delighted to work with us, and we're so excited to work with them to open this distribution center.
Tanya Bolden and Abigail Vo helped start a new distribution center which kicks off
Because
on
I
June
don't
8th
got
at
PlayStation
Swift
Plus.
Creek Elementary School. Meals
I
will
don't
be
even
available
got
on the second
PlayStation
and fourth
Network.
Monday of each month, starting at 3:30
Don't-
p.m.
Don't ask me how I got
College
this.
celebrated its 2020
They
graduates
didn't
with
have
video
to. Mama,
tributes
your
from
daddy
the community
did.
and a send-off speech from RMC
I'm gonna tell
President
you
Robert
how to get
Lindgren.
that priority.
An online commencement page has videos, a list of graduates, senior
I would
success
never tell
stories,
you how to
and
get
more.
that
The college
priority
is currently
fucking
planning
plan.
a formal
Should I
commencement
be
ceremony
Ricky?
on
I
campus
should
in the
be-
fall. We'd like to send
I
our
should be
congratulations
that
to
one.
Randolph Macon's class of 2020, Megan.
Yeah, congrats to them.
I'm
And
gonna
if
be
you
quiet
find yourself
for a
maybe
little
out and
bit.
about later on today and near the water, northern neck, middle,
I
looks like a dry day for you.
really,
Mostly cloudy skies, temperature-wise, we are looking
Get
at the low to
costume.
mid-70s. So a little bit cool, several degrees below average. We've
fine.
got a good deal of clouds this morning.
I really like
picture
Spies,
it's a dry
to be
start
honest.
and again a dry afternoon.
I hate
Most
that
neighborhoods
character.
right now, upper
Why do
50s,
even
low
online people
60s. We have 61
use that
in
character
Hanover, 61
anyways?
in Chesterfield. Also, as we go through the city of Richmond, plenty of clouds here on our
I hate
Skycam
those
picture.
characters,
We're only in the
no.
mid-60s at about 10 o'clock this morning. We'll be in the low 70s by 2 o'clock. We'll see some sunshine peeking through the clouds as we go through the day today. But don't expect wall-to-wall sunshine.
I like
Looks like
her.
we'll see some clouds across the area. 7 o'clock, we're at 74 degrees. And we have a quiet evening, so if you're doing any grilling or you're just headed out and about some last-minute errands before the work week starts, no problems. Warmer days, though, are ahead. We also have several days where we are looking at some showers and storms. I'll tell you which days to plan for that. And we appear in just a
I
little
like
bit.
that character.
All right,
Yes,
thank you,
Mom.
Megan. Well, an apartment fire leaves people stranded on a third-floor balcony. We'll take a closer look at that
I don't
rescue.
think no
Plus,
decent character.
COVID-19 can be an
He's
especially
kind of
serious
decent. You
threat
can say that.
to those who already have compromised lung function.
a serious warning for
a
smokers. Why
hard
officials say they're
decision.
at a greater risk of severe complications from the
Really hard
coronavirus.
decision.
Today's Sunrise Time is brought to you by Herman
You
Allen
gotta be
Plumbing, Heating, and
strong.
Cooling,
I'm just
your
here.
locally owned premier
So,
Lennox dealer,
we
serving
are
Richmond for
gonna
over
be-
50 years.
With zero interest and zero payments for 90 days, you have zero excuses to not have your new Hyundai by Memorial Day. Lease the Elantra for $169 per month or get 0% APR for 72 months with no payments for 90 days. Complimentary maintenance included.
Yeah.
Right now is a time for action. That's why USAA is
I
giving
don't want
payment
no
relief
World
options to
Wide
eligible
Reveal.
members, so they can pay for things like groceries before they worry about their insurance or
Alright,
credit
there
card
we go.
bills.
Now I
Get
can shoot everybody up I want.
Today.
I've been on PS4.
It's not just where
So I'm
we
getting
live.
you blind.
It's where we make a life.
Imagine I go
This
blind.
Memorial Day and every day, we
It's
honor
to
those
my
who
eye.
give everything to keep our home safe.
Sometimes I see black in it.
Lowe's. Home unites us.
Wait. Give me
With
right.
zero
Give me right.
interest and zero payments
Start,
for 90
go.
days. You have zero
Go right
excuses
now.
to not have your new Hyundai by Memorial Day.
Oh,
Get
I
a
see you
Tucson
want to
with
fight.
0%
What's up?
APR
What's
for
up?
84 months and no payments for 90
Knock
days.
that head
Or
off
get
your head.
$37.50 in savings. Complimentary maintenance
Big head
included.
fat. Oh,
This
I didn't think you were exactly gonna hit me.
House and yard looking in tip-top shape. This is their neighbor Fred, and it always seems like he's, trying to keep up with the Joneses. What Fred doesn't know is that the Joneses use Yardworks for all their top quality mulch and topsoil needs. They deliver
I'm gonna call
when you
12
want,
on
and you
you.
don't have to deal with the mess of all those
I'm
plastic
gonna call
bags.
12.
So don't feel like you need to keep
I don't
up
know
with
if y'all
the
can
Joneses.
see that.
Be the Joneses and give Yardworks a call to
But
get
I couldn't
mulch and
do a
topsoil
video.
delivered to your home.
Let me take this off.
Carlo Rennie. All
Hey
your
guys, can I get that BMX even though I already got one?
Don't wait to start your rewarding career
What's
in
up?
nursing.
What's up? You wanna fight? Just knocked out that other dude.
With ECPI University.
You don't have to wait for
Oh.
At ECPI, classes start every 5
Oh.
Our simulated
Really?
labs and real-world experiences prepare you for a career in nursing.
It's an
Oh,
accelerated
let's start.
program,
Let's fight
and
over here.
they
Come on, let's fight
dedicate
over here.
themselves
All y'all, come over
to
here. I'll knock
preparing
every
you
single one of
to
y'all out.
become a nurse.
I'll knock every single one of y'all out.
Accelerated programs to help you
What's
get
up?
to
What's
your
up?
nursing career faster.
You first.
ECPI
Oh, freak.
University.
You're hurting.
Knock your head out.
There are issues with your chest.
Oh, he keep hitting me. That's not fair.
Your future.
It's not
Maybe on the line.
fair.
It's time to put an end to the games. It's time to call an
Kill that dog.
experienced workers'
I'm gonna
compensation
double all
law
of y'all.
firm.
He in the
One
way
that
though.
fights for all
Knock you up on
the
the
benefits
fence.
you deserve. Don't settle for less. If you've been hurt on the
What's up,
job,
little skirt? Okay, you ain't gonna do nothing.
a 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. The law firm
Ah, you saw he
wants
died.
yours. Right now.
The deck
Oh,
designs
it's
and
12.
goods that last
Oh,
as
he
long
got a
as the
gun.
memories they inspire.
He got a
Estimates
gun.
and 100% financing
I'm
available.
gonna lay him down like he ain't no ground. Walking down on
Today's
him.
traffic is sponsored by James
I think
River
he
Air.
died.
James River Air is open and
I
has
think he
strategies to
died.
improve your indoor air quality.
And I leave top side of
Good morning to you. Time now is 5:41.
Stop
Live with your
shooting
next
at me.
picture. Kind of a gloomy, dreary start again. Lots of clouds. No sun here. As we take a look
You
closer
gonna
to
die.
Richmond.
Y'all
Temperature
gonna
wise,
go
though,
to
it feels
jail
pleasant.
now.
We're at 61 degrees right now at the airport. Winds generally on the light side.
Y'all
And
gonna
most
die today.
neighborhoods in the low 60s. From
Y'all
Spotsylvania
got you.
County through Caroline County over towards Powhatan, Amelia County, we're currently low
Your daddy
60s.
did.
East of town, readings right now in the upper 50s. Couple of upper 50s as well. Louisa and over towards South Hill in Mecklenburg County. Lots of clouds on the satellite picture, but despite the clouds, it is mainly quiet. On first alert operator, if you're making your way maybe towards the water, towards the beaches, Virginia Beach, maybe down towards
Go faster, go
North
faster.
Carolina,
No.
dry morning, dry day for you. I do think lots of clouds though will be not just through the morning,
let me
but
make it.
around through most of the afternoon. Around here, some breaks in the clouds during the day today. For the mid-60s through about
Fast
mid to
fuck
late
boy.
morning, and we have a high temperature today in the
Fast
mid-70s.
boy.
So several degrees below average, but a dry day.
Your
Just
mama,
get out
your
and
daddy.
enjoy, no problems. Low 60s through the overnight
please don't
hours.
shoot this
Similar
gas
start
cannon.
tomorrow morning, quiet, and we have several degrees warmer tomorrow, closer to average. We're at 80 degrees. Think we're still going to have some sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Good looking day. And if you are maybe planning on getting out today or tomorrow, just be mindful if you're an allergy sufferer that pollen count still in the medium high range, and that looks to stay that way through at least the end of the week when we introduce a few showers and storms back into the area. If you have plans to do some yard work today, tomorrow, I think you're in good shape. Wednesday as well, most of us that look to stay dry just have a
I'm
small
gonna shoot
chance
this
for
car.
a shower
I
or
will
storm
kill
for
you.
Wednesday.
How many people are you? I don't even think y'all are human.
And then a few scattered
Yeah,
showers looking more
I
likely
dropped
for
some.
Thursday
Oh, I'm
and Friday
finna do a drive
of
by
this week.
these.
Saturday, just a small chance for a few showers and storms. Temperature rise, we're at 80 degrees. And then it looks to be a mostly sunny day for the end of the weekend on Sunday. Temperature rise looking pleasant in the mid.
Y'all ready to do?
All right, thank you so much, Megan. Well, we are seeing a new video
Dog.
this morning in D.C. where 100
Dog.
firefighters responded to an apartment fire. The flames sent thick black
Did
smoke
that dog
directly
just get in the
through
car?
the roof. Firefighters used
Oh,
ladders
that's
to
his
clear
old
people who
lady.
were stuck on their balconies.
My bad, but you died.
Amazingly, no one was seriously injured. Families and officials
Wait a
gathered
minute,
to pay their
I meant to
respects
do
the
that now.
victims from the devastating plane crash in
You gonna die in
Pakistan
the
on
car.
Friday. 2 passengers survived.
In
but
Call of
none
Duty,
received
everybody
bodies
wanna die in the
have now been
corner for
recovered
no
from that
reason.
scene. The plane went
And
down
that's
in a
a
residential
fact,
area,
because
but it didn't
everybody
hit any
wanna die in the
buildings, and no
corner.
one on the ground
Every
appears to
time they're in the
have been
corner,
killed.
and then I
Officials say 1 American was on that plane.
Did 2
Their
cops
body
just go
has not
speeding
been
past
found
me
at
like
this
that?
time. President Trump
Get
is
off me,
restricting
bro.
travel from
Get off
Brazil
me.
into the United States. Sunday's
Get off me.
proclamation bans people from entering the U.S. if
Get
they've
off
been in
me.
Brazil over the previous 2 weeks.
Get
The
off
new
me.
rule does not apply to trade between the 2 countries.
Get off
The
me.
White House says the restriction is aimed at slowing the coronavirus pandemic. Johns Hopkins University says Brazil has the 2nd most number of cases of COVID-19 in the entire world. And the White House gave governors 14 days to ensure that nursing homes across the country would test staff members and residents.
I'm
But it looks
standing on
like
the
that
highway.
goal won't be met for most states. A new report from the Associated Press found that at least half of states are not going to meet the deadline
That thing
today.
is about to hit
Many
me.
states say the logistics, cost, and manpower needed are
Hey.
simply too great to
I killed him.
accomplish that
I
testing
killed him.
goal in a 2-week window. Some say they need another week, while others
I can
need
barely
even more
drive.
time
I
to
can
get
barely
everyone
drive.
in
I'm
those
not.
centers tested. Now, according to the World Health Organization, at least
This is
80
really a
million
direct
babies are missing
gameplay.
out on crucial vaccinations because of the pandemic. The
Tried to make it a
WHO
story
says
mode, but I
people
got
are often
tired really
reluctant to use
fast.
clinics for those vaccines out of concern for the health of their children. But the organization
You
says, quote, disruption to
die.
immunization programs from the COVID-19
You
pandemic threatens to unwind decades of progress
He
against
died by himself.
vaccine-preventable diseases like
He died by
measles. A study out of
himself.
France is
He
igniting
died
some
by
controversy.
himself.
Researchers are studying if
He died by
nicotine patches can somehow
himself.
prevent coronavirus
He died by
infections. The study is prompting global
I didn't kill
and national health
him.
organizations to renew.
Maybe I shot at him, but I didn't kill him. So yeah.
Smoking and vaping
I just went inside the
pre-COVID-19, and you
wall.
certainly are, those
For
risks
some reason that's
continue
crazy,
during
but I
this
don't want to talk about it.
Health experts say smoking can nearly double your chances of severe complications from the coronavirus and pose a greater risk of severe outcomes and even death. The American Medical Association is calling for national action to reduce smoking and vaping. If you do need help quitting, you can call 1-800-QUIT now. Well, there's a surprising effect the COVID-19 lockdown is having
Why
on
the
many Americans,
can I
and some
not
businesses
take
couldn't be happier.
cover
Chris
on?
Clackup explains.
Lockdown, staying
Nervous
at
wrong.
home has unlocked the grip some people had on their spending habits.
Surprisingly,
Oh,
about
but the
60
one
million
dead
Americans are
baby.
actually spending more money
I think I
during
like
this
this
time
character.
of social
But
distancing.
you can't be in first
than
person.
prior
Why are you
to
leaving a
Joe
story mode
Gonzalez
character
in
if you can't go in first
says
person?
their recent survey found a sizable chunk
Why
of
the
the
f do you
country
go in water in
buying
this?
stuff,
Like
spending
this?
money
Do you even
to
swim?
relieve stress.
43% of Americans
Do you even
are
swim?
participating
I
in
don't
what's
even know if you
called
even
comfort
swim in
buying.
this game.
Buying not
Hold on,
just
let me go in
what's
some.
needed,
Let me go
but
to some
what they
water. I
want.
want to know if you die instantly, even though I'm in.
The first week of this,
I would say that it's somewhat comforting to buy these things because I feel like
It's
it's
a
an
boy.
it's like therapy.
Wait, you got girl
Therapy
pants
that
on.
can break the boredom
I hate
of a
him.
lockdown.
About 30%
Preferably.
of us are spending the most on
Drake.
entertainment. So that's your
Yes.
Netflix, your Hulu, subscriptions,
Nobody
to keep you occupied
cares.
all day while we
Nobody
are at home.
cares. Nobody
Second
cares.
on the list of non-essential spending
Oh, what
is
does she do?
a
She
soothing
can pull
or
out
stiff
guns.
drink.
Probably spending
Okay.
on alcohol at stores.
I f- hate.
25%
What does
of those
Manny do?
surveyed
I know
admit
I
they're
unlocked
spending
him.
more on alcohol.
What does he do? I know you can.
While
I,
nearly half say
I bet.
they
I
found
bet.
stress
I bet.
relief
Everybody
by
$10. He
adopting
can't.
or fostering
Yeah. He,
Chris Clackup, NBC News.
what the?
Pets are a remedy for so many things. Well, Macy's, which shut all of its
What kind of
stores on May
Mexican
18th,
are you?
is slowly reopening some of its stores.
What kind of
The move comes as
Mexican
the
are
company
you,
forecasts
bye?
a loss of more than $1 billion
I can turn
for
into
the
Chico
quarter.
and
About 80
Chico
stores
play
will
a
either be
game.
open or offering
And you will be
curbside
running like
pickup.
this.
Most of them are in California. None
I
have
bet
reopened
that's
yet
not
in
gonna kill
Virginia. We'll
nobody.
keep you updated. Macy's expects
It didn't kill
all of its
anybody.
stores to
That's how
reopen
much
by late
bad
June.
luck this
And
character
Bed Bath &
is.
Beyond plans to reopen hundreds of its stores and bring back thousands of workers next month.
God.
The retailer announced its plans to reopen 600
Why y'all
stores
running
by
from
June
it?
13th.
12.
Those
Y'all
include
usually
Christmas
kill
tree
12.
shops and Cost Plus World Market locations. The company
Is
says
that right?
it will also end the furloughs of about
You stupid.
11,000 employees.
All we
Well,
got that but
Henry
is
in North
stupid
Carolina
character.
received a federal stimulus check
She's
in a
even a
very
first-person
unexpected
playable
way.
character.
Antonio Hernandez was just doing his job at a car
Definitely.
wash when
Let's
he
see
came
what's that.
across a
Zombie can
$1,200
throw
IRS
weapons.
stimulus check.
I don't know, but he
With the
ain't
help
no
of his
first
daughter,
person.
Hernandez was able
Cause
to
I've
get
been
that
had
check
this
back
one.
to its owner, Charles Thompson,
Yeah,
who says the check
he
could
can get in
have
cars
come at a
though.
better time.
But I don't like when you get on BMX. I don't know about Jeezy.
I work in construction, so I was bored by the day.
Yeah.
I just
He
try to
can't
keep
really
going and
shoot.
going as best I
Like,
can, and,
look,
that money helped put me ahead and put me on the right
make me
track
shoot
to,
like that. It don't happen
get my
to
life back
PC
on track
players
a
and
little bit
Xbox
to get back on my
360.
feet.
It just
Neither
happened to me
Thompson
for some
nor
reason,
Hernandez
cause
know how that check ended
Infinite
up in
Range,
the
I already
trash
know
at
what
a
he
car
does.
wash.
He's not no
Hernandez
first
says
person.
he's just thankful he was able to
And
get it
he
back into the
moved.
right hands. Well, local
Who's
tea is
this
stepping
guy?
up to bring relief to our community. Coming up, how she's providing thousands of meals with these handmade bracelets.
Okay.
Here's a live look at the Virginia World
That
Memorial
little
on this
Mexican.
Memorial Day.
He's not
Today,
Mexican.
we've got how many are commemorating those who have made the ultimate
Look at that
sacrifice for our
mama,
safety
that daddy
in
hands
these
it.
unprecedented times.
I kind of like him. Mama. Trevor first person. I don't like this kind of Trevor. Yeah. He can't enter cars. That's what I'm mad about. He can take cover though.
Even we had to adjust to the new norm.
NBC 12 is here.
How can you take cover in the mission but not take cover
With
in
the
the
ups and
director
downs
mode?
of Virginia weather, Hanover Roofing is a company that I trust to
No.
replace my roof. Hanover Roofing is a family owned and operated company that replaced
I am
thousands of
Baba.
roofs. So bring it on. I'm talking about Hanover Roofing. Call 550-77.
Proper foot.
It's more than a building.
Since this morning.
Lowe's. Home unites us.
Recently, I'm not.
Loyalty Toyota, Nissan, and Volkswagen are continuing their amazing money-saving offers in May. 0% APR for 6 years. 0 payments for 6 months. And we guarantee the engine, transmission, and drivetrain forever.
You can do that?
We can do that.
That sounds too good to be true. Why don't other dealerships do that?
Who knows? They don't give you lifetime loyalties either.
I want to stamp something like that. Like,
We cover all your oil changes and state inspections.
Forever?
Forever. You also get emergency towing
I like
and a
that.
7-day exchange if you change your mind and want something different.
And I'm paying fees in November? Nobody else does that.
Nobody. He can save you thousands and make this car
Worth more.
Loyalty cars are worth more. 0 payments for 6 months, 0% APR, and a lifetime of savings with lifetime loyalties. Nobody gives you more than loyalty, Toyota, Nissan, and
I'm gonna be
Volkswagen.
the purple one now. Now I'm gonna be the orange one. Now I'm
If you're
the
off the
red one.
roads for all of
Which
us,
one do I want to be?
Farmers is here for you.
Mm,
And if you're on the roads for us, well, we're here for you
Which one
too.
do I want to be? What one do I want to be?
Picture Your Pet is sponsored by Dogs Day In, keeping your pet's paws safe in our hands since 1986.
Good morning to you. Take a look at who's joining us this morning. Jack's here, all ready to go on top of the table. It says he's ready to camp. Jax, I like it. Thanks for joining us this morning. Picture Your Pet brought to you by Dogs Day In each and every morning. If you would like your pet featured, information's up on your screen. You can submit your photo to the NBC 12 News app. You can log on to NBC12.com/pictureyourpet. This morning, it's a mostly cloudy start
Let us
for
pass
us.
it all
We are
over
looking at a
again.
dry day, though. So
Oh
just
my
going to get
God.
out and about. We see some breaks in the clouds this afternoon. But dry today, dry tomorrow. Partly sunny skies tomorrow. And a warmer day tomorrow. We're in the mid-70s this afternoon. We'll make a run closer to 80 degrees tomorrow. Another dry day. And then our best chance for a few showers and storms looks to be the end of the week, especially Thursday and Friday. Right now, though, most neighborhoods low 60s from Hanover through Chesterfield down towards Colonial Heights, Petersburg are at 61 degrees. Tappahannock at 59 degrees. Mostly cloudy through the morning. We'll be in the mid-60s through 9 o'clock. By around lunchtime, we're at 1 o'clock. Some breaks in the clouds as we go through the day. Afternoon high about 76 degrees. I do think more clouds will be in the area through the afternoon, especially if you're spending some time towards the water. Some of our far eastern counties, And if you're making a trip to the beach, it does look like a lot of clouds in the forecast. But dry. Some good news there. We do have warmer days ahead, and again, we'll talk more about that rain chance for the end of the week coming up here in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Megan. Well, a teen in Richmond is rising to the challenge to bring relief during this pandemic. 14-year-old Katie Hollister, a freshman at Maggie Walker Governor's High School, is selling custom-made friendship bracelets. All of the proceeds are being donated to Feedmore. So far, Katie has raised $3,000, and according to Feedmore's website, each $1 donation equals 4 meals. That means Katie's efforts contributed 12,000 meals to our local community. Thank you so much, Katie, for all of your hard work. What a difference. And a 1-year-old in Newport News is spreading joy online, cooking up a worldwide fan base thanks to his skills in the kitchen. This is Chef Kobe. His joy for cooking has earned him more than 1 million followers on social media. Chef Kobe's fan list includes celebrities like famous chef and TV show host Rachel Ray. His parents say he really enjoys the attention.
Starting to get the gist of what the camera is. He's definitely performing.
Oh, yeah.
Loves watching himself.
Some of his recipes, Kobe's parents say they got the idea after they started recording videos of Kobe trying new foods to share with family and friends. And Virginia lawmakers are working to bring relief to those on the front lines. You've got details on the Safeguarding America's First Responders Act. Plus, more free COVID-19 testing is happening today. We've got details coming up at 6.
I hate BMXs, bro.
When
Even though I got one
America
in
needed us to
here.
build, we built.
Right here.
Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you with special offers like 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0 for 72 plus 3 months deferred payments on our family of Ford SUVs. Call us to learn more about our touchless pickup and delivery options.
Got a disinfection plan for your small business? What are you doing now to ensure your building is prepared to reopen? The Grout Doctor does disinfection services for commercial business, and we are doing it now. Call the Grout Doctor today.
I know.
What you didn't know was you were surprising your father-in-law, Steve. The best part of waking up is folders in your blood.
Honey, I'm home from work. We have mice in our house. Have you called Interstate?
I thought you were going to call Interstate.
You're right. I'll call Interstate and get this mouse problem solved.
Interstate is Charlottesville's pest control, mold remediation, and home renovation specialist. Interstate will get the mice out of your house, solve your mold problem, paint your home, fix your drop wall. No job's too small for Interstate.
You were smart to call Interstate.
Call or visit us online today.
Zero. The smallest number can now make for the biggest savings at Hyundai. With zero interest for up to 84 months. Zero payments for 90 days. And thanks to Hyundai Insurance, zero worries with 3 years of complimentary maintenance. It's the final days of the Memorial Day sales event. But hurry, before the clock hits, well, you know. Get a Tucson with 0% APR for 84 months and no payments for 90 days. Or get $37.50 in savings. Complimentary maintenance included.
Today's weather is sponsored by Marks and Harrison.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business. On your side, this is NBC 12 News Today.
Now at 6, a masked man robs a Chesterfield gas station at gunpoint. We'll tell you what the suspect made off with. And controversy at the oceanfront after the governor shows up to the newly reopened Virginia Beach without a mask. We have a response from his office. And today we honor the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country and our freedom. We're live at the Virginia War Memorial with the changes made to this year's Memorial Day ceremony.
That's not like this, bro.
Good morning and thanks for waking up with us on 12 News Today at 6 a.m. I'm Kelly Avellino. Megan is with us this morning, and Megan, we're going to have some dry weather if we're out there maybe barbecuing a little bit for our family.
Yeah, if you have any plans, you've got to go to work this morning and you have a commute, or maybe you're commuting to the water, out towards the beach, no problems. We are seeing a good deal of clouds, though, early this morning. Temperature-wise, doesn't feel too bad. We're in the upper 50s and low 60s. Look for readings to be in the low to mid 60s at about the 8, 9 o'clock hour. And dry morning, dry afternoon, we'll see some breaks in the clouds as we go through the day today. Temperature-wise, we top out in the mid-70s, so several degrees below average. Nonetheless, though, it's quiet. First look up the radar, you can see some clouds here on the satellite picture, but no rain to talk about this morning or today. Temperature-wise, low 60s from Hanover through Richmond. Fargo right now, 62 degrees. And if you have T-Tech, looking good this morning. Plenty of clouds, though. We'll talk about our best chance for rain this week and when you should plan for that here in a bit. Kelly?
All right, thanks, Megan. Well, new overnight in Chesterfield. Police need your help in finding the man who robbed a gas station at gunpoint. Take a good look at these surveillance photos. Police say the suspect walked into the BP gas station on Beulah Road around 10:45 last night, pulled out a gun and then demanded money. He was wearing a red bandana over his face and gray sweatpants and a sweatshirt there. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Solvers at 804-748-0660. Also, overnight in Chesterfield, 2 people are now facing charges after a knife fight inside a home. The altercation happened around 9:30 yesterday evening at a home on Enon Oaks Lane in Chester. When officers arrived, they found a man and a woman suffering from stab wounds. Police say the woman was treated on scene for a cut to her chin. The man was taken to the hospital for stab wounds to the head. Now, both are expected to be okay. Police say the two did know each other, and there are no other suspects involved. We want to start off our Memorial Day coverage by saying thank you as we recognize those who served and made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Now, happening this morning, a ceremony in honor of all of our heroes. Olivia Eugenio is live and on your side at the Virginia War Memorial, where the ceremony is set to take place. Olivia.
Yeah, good morning, Kelly. Today's ceremony recognizes veterans all the way from the Revolutionary War until now, but of course it will look a little different. Here's a look at last year's ceremony. All attendees for today's ceremony must be wearing masks and stay socially distant from one another. Now, only participants may attend this year's ceremony. The public is not allowed to attend. The ceremony will be streamed on both the Virginia War Memorial and the Virginia Veterans Facebook pages. While the Education Center and the Pavilion are closed, the War Memorial grounds will be open during the daylight hours for visitors. And the ceremony will begin this morning at 10 a.m. and will last until 10:30 this morning. Now live on your side at the War Memorial, Olivia Eugenio, NBC 12 News.
Thank you, Olivia. Well, across the Commonwealth, other virtual ceremonies are being held as well. Colonial Williamsburg is holding its first ever virtual Memorial Day ceremony. You can watch that on the Colonial Williamsburg webpage. And Hanover County has already posted their virtual ceremony on YouTube. We've got all those details on NBC12.com. Well, flags are at half-staff this morning at the White House and government buildings across the nation in honor of the more than 97,000 Americans who lost their lives to the coronavirus. President Trump issued that order to mark the loss of life. The flags will remain at half-staff as well.
Back on the left in traffic.
And in observance of
You
the
know
holiday
that
today,
blast.
keep in mind that several places are closed. That includes federal, state, and local government
Quick,
offices,
cat,
as
rat,
well as
attack,
banks
tooth.
and courts. There will also
Quick,
be no
crack,
mail
rat,
delivery,
attack,
and trash
tooth,
will not
please,
be picked
and
up
your
in
back.
Richmond, Petersburg, Hanover, Henrico, or Chesterfield. Pickup will be a day late for the rest of the week. And on this Memorial Day, we are also remembering 9-year-old Marquia Dixon as we near the 1-year anniversary of her tragic death. It was nearly a year ago on Memorial Day weekend when shots rang out at a crowded Carter Jones Park on the city's south side. A 12-year-old boy and 9-year-old Marquia were caught in the crossfire. Now, since Marquia's death, her parents have led a mission to help make sure other parents don't go through that same pain. And Domingo is here with the past year of Marquia's case.
What's that alien book?
Marquia's parents, Mark Whitfield and Sierra Dixon, have become advocates
Beep,
against
bop,
gun
bop.
violence in the
Beep,
city.
bop, bop.
All the while, the
Kids
3 men
playing
have been
GTA.
arrested and
What's
charged
up?
in
You want to
connection
fight?
to murder
You want to
of a
fight?
child.
You want to
Now,
fight?
the latest
I'm gonna kill
conviction
you. I'm
happened
gonna kill
as
you.
recently as this past
Ah,
month.
boy!
Memorial Day
I was up
weekend
on
is
lady.
upon,
I'm
but
gonna
perhaps
kill
no
you.
longer
I'm
for the
gonna
family
kill
of
you. I'm
Marquia
gonna
Dixon.
kill
It's almost a
you.
year
I'm
to the
gonna
day
kill
when the
you
9-year-old
because
was playing in
I'm an
Carter Jones
innocent
Park before
guy
being struck by
who's
gunfire.
shooting at me. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill
But since they lost their
you.
baby girl,
Ow!
Mark Whitfield and Sierra Dixon made
That's
it
a
their
bullet.
mission to curb violence in the
Ow!
city, all while the mystery
I'm gonna dodge
remained
your
as to who
shots.
pulled the trigger that night. When
What's up?
finally,
What's up? What's
a
up?
break
What's up?
in the
What's
case,
up?
6 months later, 2 men arrested in connection.
Ow!
Keyshawn Betts and
Ow!
Jermaine Davis were eventually
Stop. she get shot for real? She got.
And a month later, Jesus Turner was
Did you
brought to
get
justice,
shot?
the third man suspected in the
Get
killing.
up.
He faces multiple charges, including murder. For some, Carter Jones Park is just
Oh my God, she's bleeding.
but for
Free
others,
guys.
it will always
Franklin.
be so much more.
Why do I got the cops? I hate this GTA. I hate you.
Never get to see her graduate.
Guys, if you guys look off the video, it's okay.
Us on Sunday, but
At
they
least
did
you
tell me
watched
that
some
on
of
the
it.
26th, the actual
Just click
anniversary
off the video
of
if
his
you want.
death,
If you like
they'll
the
be hosting a
rest
car ride in honor of her. On your side, Benjamin Mingo,
It's
NBC 12.
okay.
Turning now to the latest in our coronavirus alert coverage. The Virginia Department of Health reports there are now more than 36,000 cases in the Commonwealth, up nearly 500 from the day before. There are also 12 new deaths, bringing the death toll now to 1,171 people. Nearly 700 of those deaths have been in long-term care facilities. There are now also 2 cases of multi-system inflammatory syndrome in children. This is that rare COVID-19 related illness being found in a growing number of children across the U.S. Both of those cases are in Fairfax. And new this morning, a 6th Virginia inmate has now died from the coronavirus. This latest death is the second at Buckingham Correctional Center. Right now, the Virginia Department of Health says there are 25 outbreaks at Virginia correctional facilities across the state. Dillwyn has the most cases with 321. In an update from the Bon Air Juvenile Correctional Center, there have been no new COVID-19 cases there in nearly 3 weeks after 29 minors tested positive. Virginia Beach welcomed back visitors this Memorial Day weekend after being closed for nearly 2 months. The beach wasn't as crowded, though, as some might have expected. Governor Northam made a visit Saturday to make sure beachgoers were abiding by social distancing guidelines. He said he was proud of the patrols of the area and the numerous posted signs promoting health and safety. Now, the governor, though, continues to face criticism for not wearing a face mask during his trip down to the beach. He was seen posing for photos with the community, again, not wearing any face covering. A spokeswoman for the governor's office says he should have brought a face mask with him during that visit to the ocean front. On Saturday, Northam's press secretary said he was outside and really didn't expect to be within 6 feet of anyone. Now, all of this comes as Northam is expected to announce a statewide mask policy tomorrow that will be enforced inside businesses only. Now, that is set to happen at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. A reminder, the governor is not doing a briefing today. His COVID-19 updates will now be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And new this morning, lawmakers are working to help first responders and their families during the pandemic. Virginia Attorney General Mark Herring is among a list of attorneys general pushing Congress to pass the Safeguarding America's First Responders Act. The act would provide federal health benefits to first responders and their families who are impacted by the pandemic. The act has passed the Senate and still needs to be reviewed by the House of Representatives. We'll keep you updated. And today, select patient-first locations will be open for urgent care and COVID-19 testing. This includes the clinics on Genito and Parham Roads and in Mechanicsville and Colonial Heights. The centers are open from 8 a.m. until 10 o'clock at night. You do have to make an appointment, so call first. There is no out-of-pocket cost for most insured patients, we're told. And a heads up for Chesterfield parents. Today's sign-up begins for the school district's Recovery of Learning summer program. This is an optional program for elementary students in grades pre-K through 5. This is to help students continue learning during the summer.